Well, happy 20 videoversary. That is right. 20 videos in 2 years of Kicking It Old School with Dr. Old School. What's going on, fellow old schoolers? You are Kicking It Old School. I'm your host, Dr. Old School. Today, I am very excited for the 20th videoversary. I went to Walmart yesterday. Well, first off, I want to start off with I was just trying to make a video just a few minutes ago on the subject matter, and unfortunately something went wrong with the tablet. But I went to Walmart yesterday when I got paid, and I went and bought a treasure that I said that I was going to do a video on. Well, without further ado, number 12. Like I said, this is already open. I already went ahead and tore the bad Oscar open. But here it is, number 12 in the series of Basic Fun, Fix It Felix Jr. Now, one of the things I did explain was, let me go ahead and do it. Always comes with instructions. You always have to deal with the twisties that hold on and protect the unit. And the box art is really awesome. And, well, needless to say, the video kind of conked out, so I had to go ahead and redo it again. But without further ado, let's check this bad Oscar out, shall we? Now, if you look at the cabinet very well, as you can see, it looks like the old-style Nintendo arcade cabinets, from like Donkey Kong and original Mario Brothers and Popeye from the early 80s, before Nintendo came out with their own console in the mid-80s. But what's really cool about these is I like how you can take them anywhere. They're portable, and they remind me of the old-style Coleco from the early 80s, except these have a volume control, so parents don't have to worry about the noise that comes from them. And, of course, as usual, they put those little tabs on the back for a demo screen. And what that does basically is, you could just hit the start button and it shows you the demo screen. I'm not going to play the game right now for you, but I will go ahead and give you a show of it, what this game looks like. I just started getting interested in the whole Wreck-It Ralph series from Disney. I mean, because of the whole reference to old school video games from the past. And plus, the Wreck-It Ralph character, it kind of reminds me of Donkey Kong, and Felix kind of reminds you of Jumpman, aka as we know him today as Mario. Isn't that right, Mario? It's me, I'm Mario. I like to be in my 8-bit pixelated glory on Dr. Old School's t-shirt. And yes, it does remind a lot of me in the early days of chasing after that Donkey Kong. There you have it. Mario said it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and push the start button so I could show you what the demo screen is like. I've already seen it myself, and I was quite impressed. As you can see in this game, it's kind of like a cross between Donkey Kong meets Wrecking Crew for the Nintendo. It's got it does have that whole 8-bit, video arcade, early 80s pixel. And I love the design on the cabinet. I love how it looks like the old Donkey Kong cabinet of 1981. I like how they do the designs like on the side of the screen and everything, just like Donkey Kong. And, I do hope that Nintendo, I am going to go ahead and look for the other Wreck-It Ralph movies. And I'm hoping that Nintendo maybe one day will either collaborate with My Arcade or Basic Fun to make some of their older titles, their older arcade titles like this, into one of these units. Because I got a whole collection, and I'm just so happy that they make stuff like this. I mean, those of you who have kids who are watching these videos, you gotta go ahead and buy these for your kids and show them what video games were like. Imagine, this being your Xbox or your PlayStation back in the early 80s. Where all we had was Atari 2600 and television and ColecoVision, Sega Master System, and Nintendo. And the Nintendo Game & Watch series, which, by the way, Nintendo doesn't even have to do the Game & Watch series. Make one of these things, or, collaborate like they did with Coleco. And also there's some other stuff I've been meaning to go ahead and come out of the laboratory so we could go on adventures. Find some. And I'm talking adventures of big time old school proportion adventures, kind of like people I'm going to give a shout out to. And I do want to give a shout out to a lot of vloggers and people who have their internet shows and their their websites for their internet shows and everything. I want to give a shout out to Adam the Woo, Justin Scard, Jackie from Super Enthused, James Rolfe, aka the Angry Video Game Nerd, and Mike Matei, all James Rolfe and Mike Matei of Cinemassacre.com and Screw Attack. And of course, I want to give a shout out to Mike and Melinda from Retro Blasting. Thank you all. If this video gets to any of you, I want to thank you all personally for being an inspiration on me. And also, I want to thank all of you, the subscribers, who watch my videos. You know the routine. Give a like, a thumbs up, send a comment. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. So far, I'm happy to say in 2 years, yeah, it doesn't seem like a lot, but I've got 15 subscribers now. I'm actually very happy about that. And like I said, leave a comment. Tell your friends. Also, tell your friends about this video. About all these videos. That there's an old schooler out there that's, shown. This isn't, this is more retro, but, it does have the old school feel to it. And like I said, a lot of places I'd like to take you all to. I'm going to have to get permission from people, who work there to film. Like I said, about a couple weeks ago, I tried to get permission at a classic muscle car museum in Punta Gorda, Florida. Tried to get permission to film there, but unfortunately, they said you can take all the pictures you want, you just can't film anything. And you know what? I do respect that. That's how they want to do things. I thought I would help them out, for the tourist trade and everything, because I know that these videos are shown worldwide. Hell, and probably in another universe. Oops, sorry, I just cursed. Whoops, sorry people. I normally don't curse in my videos. But, I want to help my community because we have here in Lee County, where I live at here in Cape Coral, and Fort Myers and other parts of this area of Southwest Florida, there are some really cool tourist spots that have been around since, God knows when. And that would make some really cool old school content to put on video. Well, anyway, this is Dr. Old School reminding you to always kick it old school. Godspeed, and may the Force be with you always.